What's up everyone, welcome to Ola Testing Shit. Today I'm trying out the new amp room from Softube. Amp Room is a guitar and bass platform, and it has actually been available for a couple of years. One of the first platforms actually in plugin format. Now they released an updated version, and it's supposed to be like a high-end studio tool for, studio whiz guys that just wants to have a really good amplifier tone going for both bass and guitar. And Softube are shooting for realism here when it comes to the design of all the amplifier models and all the cabinets and all that. It's supposed to sound real. And I know what you guys are thinking. That's probably what everyone says about their plugins. But supposedly, if you're a Marshall fan, I mean, the Softube stuff have the licensed Marshall amplifiers in the Amp Room software. A lot of these older Marshall amplifiers, a lot of things start to happen when you tweak the knobs and like dime the settings and stuff like that. And supposedly, the amps in Amp Room are gonna react the same way. In this video, I'm using a Solar guitar going straight with a cable into my Apogee Ensemble interface, and that's it. That's the single path right there. That goes into a bus in Logic, and that's where I have Amp Room happening. Taking a gander at the interface, it's pretty straightforward. You have the single path here in the center, you have the different devices down here at the bottom, and you just basically click or drag and drop the devices to wherever you want to have them. You have gate, you have stereo or mono, tuner, split mix, zoom in and out, like this, so you can zoom in your single path. You also have something called DTC, which adds input dynamics to the output signal. So you can get even more of that, juiciness. So obviously, this is a metal video. I'm all for the metal, so that's what I'm gonna focus on, okay? Included in Amp Room, you get a fair bit of different amplifiers, as you can see here. I mean, obviously, what is this? Any plugin needs to have a rectifier somewhere, just saying. Angle right here. And since I have a couple of the Marshall amplifiers since before, they're all stacked in here. So basically, the point is to have everything collected, much like Amplitude, where you collect amplifiers into one single platform. I think Softube are doing the same here. So I have all my Marshall amplifiers here, and if I just want to change it out, I just drag and drop into the grid like this. If I want to have focus mode, I just double click and I get to see the amplifier head like this. And as you can hear now when I'm dialing the JCM 800, like cranking the master volume definitely, opens up, just like it's doing on a real amplifier. So very simple to just switch out different components in the signal path right here. So if I want to change out the overdrive, just pull it over, replace. In this preset, I have a clean 22 booster, which 22, 33 maybe? I don't know, 22. That goes into what looks like an Englund Fireball or Powerball or whatever. And that goes into the Terry Date cabinet collection that comes with the Kerry King amplifier. So here I have a bunch of cabinets that Terry Date mic'd up and recorded. These are Kerry King's own cabinets, with different microphones and whatnot. Then we have a couple different microphones to choose from. You see, this is a combination of all these microphones right here. Sounds pretty good, man. You can also switch the cabinets here. Or just switch out to any other type of collection. You can also have these, which this is the Tony Platt Super Lead 1959 Marshall, which has 3 different microphones. And you know, so sometimes the cabinet option can look a little bit different depending on what cabinet collection you're using. Obvious orange cabinet right here. If I compare this to other plugins, it seems like when you listen to these microphone cabinets, it sounds closer to the real thing. Usually when in newer plugins, it can almost feel like a lot of the cabinet impulse responses are being a little polished, just to cater to the user, basically. While here, it sounds a little bit more real. You know, it's not overly bassy. It's just like, it sounds more like the microphone signal on a cabinet would. So it's not necessarily as conventional as regular plugins. Depending on what type of cabinet you're using down here, they're gonna differ a lot in how they work. So it takes a little bit extra effort from you guys to sit and work with this, to make it your tone, you know? Let me switch guitar. Shit. Yeah, man, sounds pretty good. Also, something I haven't talked about is that the plugin itself has different states. What this means is that you have an A, B, C, D right here, which is basically, you can load in different presets on different states. So for instance, I can have my Leg of My Balls preset right here. But then if I want to have a second channel, I can load in my other preset, which is called Near Slayer Experience. And I can just walk in between them like this, or just copy different modules in between the different states. And among all of these different pedals, you obviously have effects and whatnot, some chorus and compressors and all that, reverb. But if you click here, you have studio effects. So, you know, studio compressors, EQs, stuff like that, tape harmonics, tape echo delays. And then last but not least here, you have the extra tools, which is basically like high shelf filters, cut filters, gain mute, short delay, variable phase utility, or stuff you might need. Just as a demonstration, I'm gonna also drag out a second amplifier like this, and you get a second signal path. So you can do this with everything. You can basically add more and more cabinets. You can route them, mix them however you want. So it's really easy to make like dual amplifier sounds if you're into that. I'm gonna check out a bunch of presets, and there's a lot of presets in Amp Room. So an easy way of finding these presets is this tag system right here. So say if I want some ambience presets, I click ambience, and then all the presets with the tag ambience will show up. Nice. That's cool. A highly overdriven JMP right here. Not too shabby. Here we have a dual cabinet setup. So my conclusion regarding this plugin right here, obviously I'm just checking out the metal aspect of this plugin, but it is in fact designed to be, for the all-around guitar player or the all-around studio guy. It's trying to cater everything into one package. So it's an all-in-all genre type of amp package right here, which is incredibly hard to do. I only scratched the metal surface of this and I quite enjoyed it, but I must say, I'm gonna be completely honest, I have been struggling a little bit when setting this thing up. It's not easy. It's not an easy plugin in the sense that, a lot of other plugins, a lot of them just sound really good from the get-go. Like it sounds polished, but they also sound very similar to each other. It's almost like all plugins sound the same, which is fun to say because, all amplifiers sound the same, right? But in here, you have to work the amplifiers and the cabinets a lot more. You have to put more effort into working the amps and the cabinets in this thing. But from doing that, it rewards you with some really unique tones. I think the coolest part about this though is the real amplifiers. I mean, if you want to have a Marshall in plug-in format, this is the deal right here. I mean, that's what it is. These amplifiers right here are the real deal, man. I mean, they sound just as they should. Worth mentioning is that they do not all come with the regular Amp Room package. You have to buy an additional package to get them. And I'm really happy with the amount of amplifiers that are in this thing. I'm really looking forward to seeing more to be added. But at this point, they're basically trying to cover all genres and all types of different amplifiers. And I think they did a good job, but I wouldn't mind seeing more metal-oriented amplifiers. Okay, I'm trying to get to the conclusion, guys. If you want to have an all-in-one package, I think this is a really good deal right here. I think it's $100 to get as well, and for that you're getting a lot of amplifiers, and you're broadening your spectrum in that sense. It's not only for metal, it's for all genres basically. So you're covering a lot of base with this plugin. It's demanding a little bit more from you, but in the end, it's really rewarding. There you go. That's the Amp Room for you right there. I've been Englund. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.